What if I told you that for decades you've been misled about the #1 cause of heart disease? What if the very advice you followed diligently, the pills you've taken faithfully, have barely scratched the surface of what's truly endangering your heart right now as you're watching this? Forget everything you think you know, because the most dangerous culprit behind heart attacks, the insidious trigger for atherosclerosis and those terrifying heart problems, isn't necessarily the cholesterol number your doctor circles with a red pen. No, there's a silent assassin lurking much closer, literally wrapped around your heart, a type of internal visceral fat that one heart surgeon I consulted revealed he sees in nearly 100% of his open heart surgeries. Are you tired of that constant nagging worry every time you feel a twinge in your chest, a flutter, or a skipped beat? Are you frustrated with the endless cycle of medications, the confusing dietary advice that changes every few years, and still feeling that profound fatigue, that brain fog, or seeing that stubborn weight cling on, especially around your belly, no matter how hard you try? That exhaustion, that stubborn fat, those unsettling heart disease symptoms you might be secretly experiencing, they are not just part of getting older. They are urgent warning flares from your body, signaling that this hidden internal fat is actively spewing inflammation directly into your heart muscle and arteries, even before it damages any other part of your body. This isn't just another health talk. This is a wake-up call, because the key to diffusing this ticking time bomb, the secret to understanding what truly causes heart diseases and how to reverse the damage, lies in uncovering a fundamental breakdown your body might be experiencing right now, something called insulin resistance. And in this video, we are going to unmask this entire deceptive process. I will show you exactly how this internal fat forms, why insulin is the master key, and most importantly, I will lay out a clear step-by-step roadmap, a roadmap that many pioneering doctors and researchers are now showing can lead to profound healing. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will not only understand the root cause of heart disease as never before, but you'll also be armed with the knowledge to reclaim your heart health, your energy, and your life. What you're about to learn could be the most important health revelation you've ever encountered. For decades, we've often heard that cholesterol is public enemy #1 for our hearts. But what if I told you there's an even more dangerous factor, an inside saboteur silently causing harm, a truth that could completely change how we protect our hearts? Now, this isn't the fat under your skin that you might typically think about. This is epicardial adipose tissue, or EAT. It's located right next to and wraps around our precious hearts. And here's the crucial part. This fat isn't just sitting there. Scientists and doctors, including experts like Dr. Philip Ovadia, whom individuals like Dr. Berg or Eric Berg have mentioned, increasingly highlight its dangerous role. In fact, significant research published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, for instance, a study by Nelson A.J. and colleagues in 2018, has shown that a larger volume of this epicardial fat is significantly linked to an increased risk of coronary artery disease and serious cardiovascular events. Why is this? Because this fat acts like a living factory, folks, constantly producing and releasing inflammatory cytokines, chemical signals that trigger what we call inflammation and heart disease. Due to its unique location, right next to the heart muscle and coronary arteries, these inflammatory substances seep directly into the heart, causing damage, promoting atherosclerosis, which is the hardening of the arteries, and it's a primary arterial plaque cause, a leading reason for plaque buildup in our arteries. Knowing this isn't about creating fear. It's about understanding the real enemy we're facing, so we can develop smarter, more effective strategies to fight back. So, the big question is, what feeds this dangerous fat around our hearts? The root of the problem, ladies and gentlemen, often lies in a very common yet frequently overlooked condition: insulin resistance. Imagine insulin as a golden key your body produces. This key's job is to open the doors of our cells, allowing sugar or glucose from the food we eat to enter and provide energy for all our activities. It's a magnificent natural mechanism. However, when we constantly bathe our bodies in a sea of sugar and refined carbohydrates over many years, our pancreas has to work overtime, producing more and more insulin, more and more keys. Gradually, the locks on our cell surfaces become tired, worn out, and no longer respond sensitively to insulin signal. This is precisely insulin resistance. The keys are still there, perhaps even more of them than before, but the cell doors don't open wide to receive them. Sugar can't enter the cells efficiently, gets trapped in the bloodstream, and the body panics, trying to produce even more insulin. Did you know, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, an estimated 88 million adults in the U.S., that's more than 1 in 3 people, have prediabetes. And what's truly alarming is that the vast majority of them, over 84%, don't even know they have it. This data comes from the CDC's National Diabetes Statistics Report. Insulin resistance is the very foundation of prediabetes. This vicious cycle not only increases the metabolic syndrome heart risk, the danger of heart disease linked to metabolic syndrome, but it also directly orders our bodies to store fat, especially that dangerous fat around the heart and other internal organs. This condition is also closely linked to endothelial dysfunction heart disease, which means damage to the delicate inner lining of our blood vessels. Understanding this, recognizing it, is the first fundamental step toward regaining control of our health. So, what are the everyday culprits silently triggering this insulin resistance and creating this downward spiral of disease? First, we absolutely have to talk about sugar and refined carbohydrates. White bread, pasta, white rice if eaten excessively, pastries, candies, sugary drinks. These are like sugar bombs that cause our blood sugar to skyrocket, forcing insulin to be released massively. The American Heart Association, or AHA, recommends that women consume no more than 6 teaspoons, about 25 grams of added sugar per day, and for men, no more than 9 teaspoons, which is about 36 grams. This is official information from the American Heart Association regarding added sugars. However, the reality is that many of us are consuming far more sugar than that, often without even realizing it. And there's another hidden enemy, an element that perhaps many of you have never been fully and clearly warned about: industrial seed oils. The name might sound harmless, even sometimes promoted with healthy descriptions, but in reality, they could be one of the biggest cause of heart disease, which we will unmask in more detail in the next part of this video. It's precisely the combination of these factors that is gradually eroding our heart health day by day. So, how can you tell if your body might be struggling with insulin resistance? Think of these not as definitive diagnoses, but as gentle whispers from your body, potential early signs of heart disease or insulin resistance that are worth paying attention to. Of course, a proper diagnosis always comes from your doctor, but awareness is the first step to taking charge. Have you noticed your waistline expanding, perhaps over 40 inches for men or over 35 inches for women? This abdominal fat often goes hand in hand with that deeper, visceral fat we discussed. Or perhaps you've seen little skin tags appearing, often in the neck, armpit, or groin area. Even if you're not on medication, is your blood pressure often on the higher side of normal? And what about your blood sugar? A fasting blood sugar level consistently over 100 milligrams per deciliter or 5.6 millimoles per liter can be another signal. Pay attention to your blood lipid profile too. Specifically, high triglycerides combined with low HDL cholesterol is a classic red flag duo for insulin resistance. How do you feel after meals? If you often feel an overwhelming urge to nap or a significant dip in energy after eating a meal rich in carbohydrates like bread or pasta, your body might be sending a message. And finally, those persistent sugar cravings, or feeling ravenously hungry and shaky if a meal is delayed, these can also be heart disease symptoms linked to unstable blood sugar due to insulin resistance. Now, if a few of these sound familiar, please don't be alarmed. Remember, with over a third of U.S. adults estimated to have prediabetes, many unknowingly, recognizing these signs is actually a moment of empowerment. It means you're becoming more attuned to your body. This is precisely the time to act, to delve deeper into understanding the root cause of heart disease so you can find effective solutions. Now, let's talk more about that hidden enemy I mentioned, industrial seed oils. This could be the #1 cause of heart disease that many people are completely unaware of. When we talk about seed oils, we're referring to common oils like soybean, corn, canola, sunflower, and cottonseed oil. For decades, many of these have been marketed as heart-healthy. But here's a critical piece of history. These oils only became a dominant part of our food supply about a century ago, coinciding with the rise of industrial food processing. In fact, if you look at dietary trends, the consumption of these types of vegetable oils increased dramatically in Western diets throughout the 20th century, often replacing traditional fats. For instance, some analyses based on USD data show a staggering increase in soybean oil availability, well over 1,000-fold during that period. So, why are these oils a concern? Unlike traditional fats such as butter or cold-pressed olive oil, industrial seed oils typically undergo an aggressive manufacturing process. This often involves high heat, high pressure, and chemical solvents like hexane, a substance also found in gasoline, to extract the oil. This harsh processing can render the polyunsaturated fats within them, particularly omega-6 fatty acids, extremely unstable and highly susceptible to oxidation. Imagine cutting an apple and watching it turn brown when exposed to air. That's oxidation. A similar damaging process occurs with these oils, not just during their production or when you cook with them at high temperatures, but even within your body after you've consumed them. These oxidized byproducts generate harmful free radicals, which are known to fuel chronic inflammation and heart disease, damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels, contributing to atherosclerosis, and can also directly impair your body's sensitivity to insulin. What's truly concerning is that these industrial seed oils aren't just found in the cooking oil bottles you buy. They are hidden in an astounding number of processed foods: cookies, crackers, chips, margarines, bottled salad dressings, commercial mayonnaise, and most fast foods. They are inexpensive and help extend product shelf life, which makes them attractive to food manufacturers. It's this widespread, often unnoticed presence that can make them a biggest cause of heart disease for so many individuals. The good news is, no matter your age, there's always a path to improving your heart health by addressing the root cause of heart disease. Our focus will be on a philosophy of nourish, not deprive. This isn't about harsh restrictions. It's about making smart, empowering choices. First, let's tackle step 1, the Great Kitchen Makeover. It's time to bravely remove those industrial seed oils. Become a label detective. Get in the habit of reading ingredient lists, looking for soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, or vegetable oil. If they're high on the list, find an alternative. For high heat cooking, instead of these oils, consider stable fats like coconut oil, ghee, or animal fats like lard or tallow. For salads, choose extra virgin olive oil over canola-based dressings. Swap margarine for real butter. And crucially, minimize highly processed foods. This is your best defense against hidden seed oils and other unwanted additives. Next, step 2, welcome healing whole foods. With the less optimal choices gone, fill your meals with nutrient-dense options. Embrace healthy fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, and quality butter. These provide sustained energy and support heart health. Focus on quality protein, fatty fish like salmon, rich in omega-3s, as recommended by the American Heart Association, pasture-raised poultry, and eggs. Load up on colorful vegetables, especially leafy greens and cruciferous types, like broccoli. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber to fight inflammation. For fruits, stick to low-sugar varieties like berries. A simple guide? Fill half your plate with non-starchy vegetables, a quarter with quality protein, and a quarter with healthy fats. Now for step 3, smart, gentle, and sustainable lifestyle adjustments. Diet is key, but your lifestyle matters immensely. Find joyful movement, activities you genuinely like and can do consistently, like a brisk daily walk, swimming, or yoga. Even moderate activity significantly improves insulin sensitivity. Consider restful eating with simple intermittent fasting. Try an overnight fast of 12 hours, say from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., to give your body a break and help lower insulin. Don't underestimate managing stress and getting enough sleep. Chronic stress and poor sleep raise cortisol, harming your heart. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, which the National Institutes of Health confirms is vital for heart health. Finally, a quick mention of step 4, potential little helpers or optional boosters. Some find benefits from a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in water before meals to aid insulin sensitivity, or berberine, a natural compound that some studies suggest helps manage blood sugar. However, always consult your doctor before starting any new supplement, particularly if you have existing health conditions or take medications. Remember, this is your journey. Start with small, manageable changes and be patient with yourself. My dear friends, my most important message is this: it's truly never too late to embark on your journey to better heart health. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body possesses an amazing ability to heal and rejuvenate when given what it genuinely needs. You might recall the story of Mrs. Susan I mentioned earlier. Once she truly understood what causes heart diseases, particularly the impact of insulin resistance and those industrial seed oils, she made simple shifts, embracing whole foods and consciously avoiding processed items. Within a short time, she felt more vibrant, more energetic, and her health markers showed remarkable improvement. That's not a miracle. That's the profound power of understanding and taking informed action. Please consider sharing this video with your loved ones who you feel might benefit from this information. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more helpful content. Thank you so much for watching, and from the bottom of my heart, I wish you a future filled with vibrant health and happiness. The information shared here is for educational purposes and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or lifestyle, or if you have any health concerns.